party, baby. It's like we're staring at the sun. Everybody's got the invitations, hoping that you're gonna come, yeah. These are the times. These are the crimes.
Hey, welcome back. Episode 3, Boomer to Boomer, Life, Fitness, and Fun. We're going to get right into it on the life section. Now, in episode 2, the last one, I talked to you about the jury duty scam. Now, the jury duty scam was, a high pressure one where that guy's on the phone to you and he's trying to get you to pay up right now. I want to do a follow-up on that one with one that's kind of going hand in hand with it, runs very similar, and it's a high pressure one. And that is the relative in jail. A lot of times this scam has been using grandkids as the bait. You get a telephone call and it's someone impersonating, actually, one of your grandchildren. This has been happening. They've actually impersonated the grandchildren, saying, Grandma or Grandpa, I'm in jail. I didn't do anything. I need to get the money out and blah, blah, blah. And oftentimes they're not in the local area, so you can't just go down to the jail and see what's going on. And they need you to get them the bail money real quick. And again, it runs the same thing as the jury duty scam. They're going to want gift cards. They're going to want some type of payment that is not traceable. So I just wanted to throw that one on top of the jury duty scam real quick. Watch out for anyone impersonating family members, believe it or not. Yes, they're doing it, and they're succeeding in some instances. So these days, you have got to be on your guard. So, okay, on to this episode's scam that I wanted to talk to you about. And this is a big one for everybody, and that is the romance scam. Now, particularly for folks as we get older, 40 plus, 50 plus, oftentimes those of us who have been in a divorce, widowed, whatever your circumstances are, that you find yourself alone and you don't want to be. You want to be in a relationship with someone. I think that's innate to most of us. Nobody, I think, likes being alone. Some people do, but I think the most of us don't. And we want to be with someone. We want to feel love, we want to be loved, and we want to give love. And it's very easy for us to lose focus of what's going on. So what I'm talking about this episode is the romance scam. Now, these are not so much high pressure like your jury duty and your grandkids in jail scam. These guys and girls, women, they take time. They will reel you around on the line for months at a time. They're taking the time to invest because they're hoping to get a bigger payout from you. Now, again, like I said, we want to be with somebody, but it's important that you watch for flags, especially when you're communicating with somebody online. Now, it can be through texts, it can be through emails. They've even been talking to you on the phone. They're getting good. And to give you an example of what I'm getting to, let me give you a little visual so you can really see what I'm talking about.
Yes, I am from the Ukraine, and I'm come to America. I'm here almost 3 years now, and I am citizen, but I still have Ukraine citizenship. And of course, my business has been in the Ukraine for many, many years. My main office was Zaporizhzhia, but now the Russian control Zaporizhzhia, and my money that I'm trying to get from my business to come to get my business in America is in the Ukraine money, and I have to pay fee to get my money out, and I do not have the money to get my fee. So I'm hoping when we meet, you can help me with this. Okay, well, that might be a shaky type of approach, but you understand what I'm talking about. I tell you what, let's switch locations and let's switch personalities. Let's try. Here we go. Oh, I can't tell you how long I have been hoping that you and I can get together as soon as we can. But in the meantime, love, I've been trying to get my business affairs in England all situated out, and it's been difficult there. They're not in the EU anymore, so they're back on the pound. And for me to get all my money transferred from Britain into America, there's these fees and these regulations that we've got. And it's ironic, they're charging me money so that I can get my own money over here, between the transaction fees, conversion fees, and one thing after another. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, if you could help me, love, I'd sure appreciate it.
So there you see it. All you have to do is have just enough talent, a little acting talent, just like me. I came off with two distinct and separate personalities, two different vocal traits. And this is what you can hear over the telephone. Sometimes they're even using AI in ways to disguise their voice. But they can also do this. Let's say I'm chatting with you, email. And so, or even on a text, this will work on the text too. And so now I'm going to send you this when I say, hey, well, here's a picture of me in my place, and here you go. Okay, see that? Yeah, there I am standing, nice home, and I'm standing right there. Guess what? That ain't me. Well, that is me. That ain't my house. I'll show you what it is. This is just a picture of a house I got off of the internet. I just typed in a search for pictures of houses. A bunch of them came up. Here's one. There's the house. Now, here's the picture of me taken from where you saw me standing in the driveway. Yeah, see that? That's me standing. I am in the mountains of Western Austria, outside of Innsbruck. All I did was cut myself out of that picture, and here's the actual cutout file. Yeah, see? Okay, that's how they can do it. And they won't necessarily they're not going to put a picture of themselves up there. They don't want to be identified. But they can take a picture of anybody from social media, anybody off the internet, and all you need is to take a little time to practice with Photoshop. And this is what you get. So, you have to wade very carefully. I'm not saying, don't talk to anybody over the internet, because there are legitimate people out there that you can run into. But here's what you want to watch. Even within a few months, this goes on. And then, like I talked to you about in a little video, where suddenly the person you're talking to, man or woman, men and women, have both fallen for these romance scams. This is not just a one gender only type of deal. But when money comes up, that's the first flag you should really take a good eye on. Your heart may be telling you one thing, but in this instant, the one you really want to talk to is above your shoulders. Think carefully. Don't let your heart get in the way of common sense. Here's somebody asking you for money, and it's probably not going to be a small amount. It's not going to be a couple of $100. But here's the bottom line of the rule that I think will help you out, and that is to never, never, never send money to anyone over the internet that you have never personally met. That's the really safest way to do. If you haven't met them, don't give them a dime, because that's the safest way to be. And what kind of relationship is that starting off? Think about it, where they haven't even met you face to face and already they're asking you for money? Oh, I don't think so. So, be careful out there. Tread carefully. Try to get your heart taken care of. We've all been there. I was divorced once, and it took me 17 years to find the woman I'm with now that I adore. And I never asked her for a dime over the internet. And she didn't ask me for any money either. Think about that. So anyway, romance scams, they're out there. They're proliferating everywhere in many forms. So again, the bottom line, if you haven't met them, don't send them a dime. Before we move on to fitness, one last thing on romance. I talked about the scam. I'm not dealing with the scam now. I'm just talking mainly about what I mentioned before about our heart will maybe get in the way of our good judgment. Well, there's also one other aspect of getting out there and dating again, and this goes for all the generations, not just us boomers. But you know, I'm sure that a good many of us, except you younger folks, you may not have had this particular phenomenon happen to you. I've had it happen to me once or twice, and I'll just put it to you folks out there. How many of you have had one or two of these? Oh yeah, I've had one or two. So don't let those discourage you. If you're wanting to find that special someone, I never gave up hope. I never gave up the search. And it took a while, but in the end, the wait was well worth it. So, okay, let's get on to the fitness portion. Boomer to boomer. Okay, getting started with getting fit. Now again, please keep in mind, I'm aiming this mainly at baby boomers. And we have a bit of an age range going on right now, born from 46 to I believe 64. And so depending what your boomer age is will make a difference on what you might want to get into here. Pre-generations, well, you're still not too far down the road yet, at least as far down the road as I am. So this is more stuff that you can take into consideration to fit for your needs. Now, for first getting started, at home, for muscle strength training. Strength training is vitally important for a number of things. You need to have your strength up. For balance, you need to make sure that your muscles are good and strong enough to make sure that your balance is good. Falls are a major cause of injuries of baby boomers these days. So there are a number of things that you can get for at home that won't necessarily break the bank. I'm going to start off with these guys right here. These are resistance bands. They are exactly what they look like. They're just big, giant, rubberized bands. Now, I'm not going to get into how to use them and what specific exercises. We will get into that later. Plus, there is a huge amount of exercise programs out there on the internet here on YouTube that show you how to use these too. We'll go into them as well. But these kind of bands, they come in different strengths and different sizes. So you can get them to where they're not too hard of a pull, to those like this one that are a little bit more, so they're going to challenge you. Now this one that I got here was actually, I got it today just for demonstrative purposes, and I paid about $3.75 for this one band. And this is a middle of the road one. This is not one of the lighter ones, not the really super heavy one either. I'll demonstrate it in a later episode. But this is something that you can get for at home. You can use them sitting on chairs to work your arm strength exercises. There are ways that you can actually work on your thighs, your quads, and all other. There's a lot of exercises that you can do at home with these. So, resistance bands. Now, I saw today a 5-piece set in the store that had a range of the different resistance levels, and that was $13 for a 5-piece set. So that's not too bad when you think about it. This one here, yeah, about $3.75 I paid for. Now, there's another type of resistance bands that you can get for at home, and that's these guys here. Now, these come with handles. Now, I kind of like these. I'm just a handle type of guy. But these are the kind that you can keep a good grip on, and you see what I'm talking about, how you can use them. These also come in different sizes and different resistance levels. The pair I've got here, this was $4 just for one of these. I can put this underneath my chair, get a good grip, and I can work my biceps that way. You can work your triceps. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and we will get into that further down the road. But for now, this is another type that you can look for to do at home. Your other ones we've got here, let me pull these over so I can show you. I'm talking hand weights. They come in a whole range of weights that they run anywhere from 3 up to 25, and that's what you can get in the big box stores. And the price goes up as the weight goes up. You get one of these little guys here, a 3-pound weight, you're looking at about $3 just for one of them. So for you to get a set of 2 of them to take home with you, you'll be spending less than $10. This right here is an entire set that I got, because as we get down the road doing step aerobics, we'll be doing weights while we're doing our aerobics. And different weights I use depending what part of my body I'm working. If we're going to be doing biceps, well, for me, I like a heavier one, about a 10-pounder on each arm. You get shoulders, you may want to go down to a 3 or a 5 or an 8 while we're doing shoulder presses. This particular set right here, I got for about $38. And I think it's a nice little set, and I do use all of them. I use all of them. You can use them at home too. Now, what kind of an investment do you want to put into yourself? And this is what it all comes down to. It's easy to buy equipment, and then you set it up in the corner, and then you spend how many months or years looking at it until you finally say, I think I need to get rid of this thing. Staying in shape and staying fit is what is going to keep our quality of life higher as we get older. For what I've been through, cancer, heart attacks, I'm pretty happy with where I am now. I can still run, I can still do my aerobics. There's not a whole lot out there that I still cannot do. And I want to be able to be like this for as long as I can. Now, it takes motivation. And how much, there are days that I just don't feel like coming out here and doing this. But I do. Okay, you got me. Some days I don't. I give in and say, no, forget it. I'm just going to sit here and play my game or do whatever. But I've learned that the older I get, the more time I take off, the longer the road back is. So it's something you have to push yourself to do. But the rewards are well worth it. They're well worth it. And I hope you stick with me here on my channel. And as we get older, we'll try to keep in shape, all the boomers. Now, as promised, I've got one more piece of equipment. What was I thinking? The big one. And that is what we're going to be doing here in a very short time on our episodes, and that is step aerobics. Here's the tool. The Step Aerobics board. This is, again, not a big time investment. Your board comes well molded. Now this top, if you can't make it out, it's all ridged, so it's a non-slip, non-skid surface. These things come with risers. There's 2 more down there. They go underneath them. Now I use both sets of risers on each end to bring it up to the level that I like. You can only put one down if you want, or you can use it on the floor just like you see it sitting here. And again, you might want to shop around. My board here, I got online for $38. Today, when I was checking up on them, I found one for as low as $32 online. You can pay $100 or more if you want, but you're basically still going to get the same product. Now, this is an investment, but it's not a real big one, okay? So your step aerobics board, 30, 40, 50 bucks, you can probably find some good ones. The one thing you want to make sure of that I'm going to recommend, you notice how long this thing is. This is 43 inches long. When you're shopping for a step aerobics board, shop carefully and check the measurements. They've got them all kinds of different measurements, a lot smaller. Some people are okay with them, and that's fine. I've been doing step aerobics for 30 years, and I still prefer the longer board because it gives me more room to maneuver. There are a lot of moves that I do off of this that actually the length of it plays into it, which you'll see down the road if you get one and stick with me. So 43 inches, my personal recommendation, don't go smaller than the 43-inch board. If you have a smaller one, well, just be careful. But again, I recommend the 43-inch board. That's it for just your basic bare bones home equipment that you can get to stay in shape and for the things that we're going to be using. Down the road in further episodes, step aerobics is going to be a big part of it. We're going to be using hand weights. I will be demonstrating and doing exercises using the resistance bands. And in the meantime, as I promised before we finish up the exercise segment of this episode, I'm going to put this stuff away. And as I told you about in the very first episode, that I used to be a drill sergeant in the Army for a short while, we're going to start off today with a very simple, very easy exercise that we did in basic training back in the 70s. So let me get this stuff put away. All right, back in the Army in the 1970s, we did field calisthenics. They still do them. Some of the things have changed, some of them have not. Now, the one that I'm going to show you how to do here is a very simple one. It's low effort, low impact, but it has some good benefits. Now, if you want to know the truth, it's been so long since I taught this, I forgot what the name of this is. They've changed the names of exercises over the years anyway. But what this essentially is going to be an exercise that will twist your spine a little bit to give yourself a little bit of spinal cord flexion. And it's also going to work your lateral oblique muscles. These are part of your abdominals that are actually down here off on the sides. It's going to be a 4-count exercise, and I'll demonstrate it here just once for you. You can take your arms first off, feet about shoulder width apart, maybe just a hair more if you'd like to have that steady base, and that's fine. Arms out, and on the 4 count, we go to the left, as we did it in the military a lot, and it's going to go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each time you go over on the sides on that 3 count, you want to push it just a little bit more. Now, if you're feeling pain and hurting, don't do that. Remember what I said at the beginning of every one of my videos, and that is, if you're not sure about your health, see a doctor before you exercise. You do not want to hurt yourself doing anything like that. So, but what you want to do is as you come around 2, and then on that 3rd one, push it just a little. Keep your feet straight. Don't twist your whole body. Try to just twist your upper body, okay? So, we'll do these and we'll count the cadence just like we did back in the Army. So if you're ready, get your feet in the right place, get your posture up good, arms out, and count with me and begin. 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7, 1, 2, 3, 8, 1, 2, 3, 9, 1, 2, 3, and 10. That's all there is to it. You get some good trunk flexion and you work in your abdominals, obliques, not a whole lot, but just enough to make them actually wake up and say, hey, we're here. So that's our other exercise here for today. Remember that stretch I showed you in the last episode, laying in bed, hold those knees up. That's a very good lower back stretch, and it also stretches your leg muscles. It's a real good thing to get in the habit of, especially as we're getting older. So now, we've got Boomer 101 coming up, and I've got somebody who's going to help me today, and I hope you enjoy it. Well, there was basically you saw the equipment and everything that you can get for home. Another thing that we can do also, you can, especially boomers, retirement age, and that is silver sneakers. Check with if you have a Medicare Advantage plan or any kind of health insurance plan, check to see if silver sneakers is available for you on that. Most of your Medicare plans, it is. And what silver sneakers is, it's for your health. It will get you into most any gym in the country. Most of your health club gyms across the country now take silver sneakers. So essentially, you'll be getting your health club dues for free. They get a discounted rate, but anyway, silver sneakers. Check into it if you don't have it yet. We talked about all the equipment and everything at home, and yeah, there's a few dollars that you can put into it. And like I said before, exercising, it can be a motivational challenge. And especially as we get older, it can be a motivational challenge. But I want all my fellow boomers to think about this. As Captain Picard once said on an episode of Star Trek, he thought oftentimes about the importance of the fact that there are fewer days ahead than there are behind. And with me, it's always been making the most of each and every day. And being healthy and staying fit will help us do that. You are never too old to start exercising. Your age and your physical condition may determine when and how that you start, but you're never too old to get any exercise, even simple walking, as long as you are physically able. And if you're able to get started, you're able to improve. So I hope that I can provide a little bit of motivation for you, and I hope that you can stick with it, and I hope that you come back and watch more of my videos. As we get in, we're getting ready to start step aerobics and more exercises, and so things are getting heated up. So I hope you wait while I still produce more videos as they come out. In the meantime, got a treat for you. Let's get over, or rather, I'm not getting over. Somebody else is going to handle today, Boomer 101. Hey man, it's me, man. Now, what I'm talking about on Boomer 101 is I'm going to reach out to all the younger generations, if you know, okay? Us older folks, I think we might be a little too old for this, maybe not, I don't know. But anyway, all you young kids today, you're doing all the thing on the phones and stuff like that. Well, we were in the 70s, we had a great place for what you call socialization. Yeah, we called it hanging out with our friends. Anyway, I'm talking to you about roller skating. Man, it was a great thing that we did, especially during the school year. Everybody be talking like on Friday, hey man, you going skating Friday night? Hey man, you going skating on Saturday night? You know, and then everybody would meet there and we had so much fun. Now, we played games and stuff. We didn't just go around in circles, you know. Johnny ran our rink, man. We had the races where the guys would race against each other and then the girls would race against each other. And it was no big deal. If you won the race, hey, you win a Coke, something like that, you know. But then we had something really cool. It's called the social skate. And what would happen is all the girls would line up at one end of the roller rink and all the guys would line up at the other end. And then whoever was working floor guard, the guy with the whistle, making sure you don't skate too fast, hurt other people, you know. Anyway, they'd start with some slow music, turn the lights down, and the floor guard
if it was one of the guys, he'd go grab a girl from the line at the other end. And they start skating around in the music and the lights for, maybe just 20, 25 seconds. I don't know. I never timed it. Anyway, then he'd blow his whistle. And he'd blow the whistle. Then he'd go back and he'd get another chick. While the girl would come over and she'd grab a guy just out of the line. Come on. And you go skating, and then the whistle blows, and everybody keeps breaking up until pretty soon, And so you end up skating with people you don't even know. You guys call it socialization. We just called it fun. I don't know. And we had the barrel race too, where somebody would squat down. We played all kinds of cool stuff. But if there's one thing that we did definitely do, and that is, we jammed out there. We loved our music, and trust me, we danced to the music.
Some bottom so that the dancer just won't hide.
You might like to hear my...
All right, there you got it. You can boogie like that too. Now, you don't have to go out there and boogie to Sly and the Family Stone, but you would be remiss if you did not. But anyway, hey, get a hold of your friends and tell them, hey, let's go get... No texting, don't do that. Call them. Call your friends on the telephone. So get together and get out there and have fun and dance. So dig it. Get rid of this, okay? And pick up these. So get out there. You want to socialize with something? Roller skating, dudes. I'll see you next time on Boomer 101. Well, thanks, man. Skating. It's interesting. When we were skating, we were younger doing all that. We didn't realize that we were getting exercise. Never thought about that until long afterwards. Well, that wraps up this episode of Boomer to Boomer, Life, Fitness, and Fun. I hope you keep coming back. More episodes are coming down the pipe. Just give me a little bit of time. We've got a lot of work to do. In the meantime, till next time, remember Red Green and his very good words. From me to all you boomers, remember, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together.
Welcome to the strangest party, baby. It's like we're staring at the sun. Everybody's got the invitation, hoping that you're gonna come, yeah. Part of the problem, you're gonna have to dance with one. You're giving up on the future, honey.